know the basic use of functions. In this lesson, we will learn the importance of data privacy and the challenges that the data analyst can face when he collects or sorts through the given data. I have already prepared the sample data for you in order to analyze. I will open it. This is the txt file. Let's browse it from here. We already know that Excel uses XL, XS or XLX files, but it also could just import files that have other extensions here. Here in my files, Excel files, I have a data here. I will select these all files and import this sample superstore txt file. Open it. I will put this file in the description below. Don't worry about it. You could just download it, or after going to my file here to this URL, you could just go to the raw here. After going to raw, you could click on Ctrl A and copy it like this one and save it to your after creating txt file, save it to your file and import it to your Excel. After importing the given data, you should first see that the text import wizard is going to help you. You could here choose the file type that describes your data. It either could be delimited or fixed width. We need to choose this one, delimited. After the second one, you could see that I know that my data is split with tab, mostly commas. Some data is just split with comma, like CSV files, but this data is split with tab. So I choose the tick with this one, tab, and click on next. Here, for each column, I could just change the data format from general text file. I will leave it to general. I won't change it. After clicking finish, you will see that I have imported the data already here. After importing the given data, you should first take care of the confidentiality, because each company will have data that has privacy or personal data, which could include lots of personal information such as emails, telephone numbers. But by having access to this data, you should always be careful while working on it. So just keep in mind that while having the role of data analyst, you should make your company rely on you before sharing their sensitive data to you. So let's start to clean it. I have this data here. First of all, I will just resize all these columns and start to look at my data, what we have here. First, I can see that our headers is not all of them is all of the rows. I could see that some of the data is uppercase and the other ones no. In order to make the correlation to this, I will just insert one row here and give the function here in order to bring them in this format. What's the function that we should use in this case? We already have learned the upper and lower function, but here we will use the proper function. Proper. What does the proper function do? It just makes the first letter uppercase and the last ones or the least ones the lowercase. After just dragging it to left, you could see that it has changed all formats to the similar to the original one. And if we want to just select, copy it and paste it here and delete the row, it will give us the error after deleting it. If I just paste it here, you could see that I should first paste the values of it, not itself. Copy, and here after selecting it and pasting, I will have to paste these values, because after deleting it, I want to escape these errors. Delete. I have deleted it. You could see our headers looks very good. I will just make them bold. Here, what we have here, you could see that on our first column here, I have a standard data. Let's start with first column here. I want this column to be extracted to a new one. I mean to two columns here. You know already how to extract the text, but here I will do it again because you might just face with this problem, and you will need to extract the right part or the left part from this text. In order to do that, first we could just use the functions. First, how to do it we already know. The left function would come in handy here, this one. After that we will just type in find, open the scope. First, what do we want to find? We want to find the space, this space here. Inside of quote, we will just put the space within this text and close the bracket 2 times. Click enter. You could see it has extracted the left part of this text, and it will just also extract the right part with the help of right function here. Alright, if I click right and then select this one, just a minute, I will put a equal sign here. I will put this cell reference here. After that, I will have to minus from length. I don't know if as far as I know, we haven't explained it for you yet, but I will do it right now. From this minus, we will find what we are going to find. We are going to find the space here within this text, and close the bracket 2 times and click enter. You could see that it has extracted the second part of it after the space. If I just add something here, you will see that it will extract it based on this delimiter, this space delimiter here. But also we can have another function called text to column function. Let's delete them and insert one more column, helper column here, and I want to just make this text to columns with the help of this function, text to delimiter. You could see that it will just split your text based on the space, comma, or tab. Excel has a predefined function here. For us, it gives us the prompt which one will be helpful for us. If I click the space, you could see that after the space it will extract one part of that in one right side and another in the left side. After clicking next and click finish, you could see that it has extracted the right part to the right part. The left part still stays in the left part of our column. You could see that here, after scrolling down, I have a couple of blank rows. If I click Control down, I will have this here, the blank rows again. If I continuously click Control down, it will bring me to another blank rows here. I can just select these blank rows and delete it manually, but that's not the best way of doing it, because you might have thousands of rows. In order to do that, we have to make a better way of doing it. We should click Ctrl Shift and right arrow and Ctrl Shift down. Continuously you will have to press down, because it will stop you up to the blank row. You will click down till the end of this row. You could see that it has brought you to the end of this row, or you could just select, let's go back to this one, to the first cell. After clicking Ctrl Shift and End, it will bring you to the last column, to the last row and the last column here. It will also be helpful for you to know, but I will just do it in simple way, like in this one. I have chosen the whole data here and click filter first of all. After clicking the filter, you will see that it has the filter options here at the top of each column here, and I will try to print out here. I haven't included these rows. Let's just again Ctrl Shift and select the whole data and click again filter. It will bring the filters to each of all columns, to the top of each column. And right now I want to just print out the blank rows here and click OK. You will see this is not visible here, the blank rows, but here we have a highlighted rows here. These rows are all the blank rows of our data. If I just click on Ctrl Shift and end, you could see that it will take you to the end of this data, and you could just delete, click delete row and delete the entire sheet row. After that you could just disable this filter icon, and you could see that it has cleared all of our duplicate, or it has cleaned all of our blank rows here.